All right, everyone, welcome back in. Sorry for the delays. We had a couple of issues with some technical problems, but we're on the third round of this first game. Carthage on Bind, the Carthage Firebirds up against the UND Fighting Hawks. Carthage coming off of a tough loss in Map 3 last week in OT, the third round of OT. This week they're trying to pick up some momentum for the rest of the season coming off a big championship round. I'm joined here with Blaze. Welcome in.
Hey guys, I'm excited for this. Oh, sorry, we have been watching this game for 2 rounds now, and you guys haven't get to see it. But Gio starting us off right with a nice little headshot with the Outlaw. What are you looking for today, Hustle?
I just want Carthage to do a little bit better on Bind. I don't want to see a 13-2 here. I want to see if we could see 13-2 the other way, that'd be great. But just some good Valorant in general. Some OT would be nice. Gio's going to pick up another kill on this bonus round, and Carthage has Optimal on the defuse.
Ooh. That was a nice little play there from. Okay, well, hold on. Okay. I was like, I don't want us to forget about the spike, but that was a good little play. If you saw it at the beginning of the round, it looked like we had 3 pushing out of hookah, and they were able to instantly wrap around, and they retook site through T spawn. I mean, it's T, bro. What is it? Attacking spawn. And it honestly was a very good site clear. What we saw the first 2 rounds that you guys didn't get to see was UND would take a really slow approach to site and take as much space as possible. We're just not able to hold it once they got that space as well. But the craziest thing I was seeing, I'm bronze 3 right now, so I know what I'm saying when I see this, was a lot of smoke and Cypher Cage usage to just slowly sneak into the site. We had one of our players boxed in the back corner of site.
Yeah, the one thing that's going to be really difficult for Carthage to counter is that smoke usage from Brim. You get the 3 smokes right at the start of the round, which is huge. No other controller is going to get that. But then the Cypher cages, this Cypher likes to play very aggressive as well, and they just pushed all the way into A site. That makes it really hard to hold. Carthage needs to keep going here, though, as they're on a bye round. They don't want to be giving up this easy round after having such a good bonus last round, but the first one to drop is going to be a Carthage player, and it's going to be a 3v3 after a couple more eliminations.
Yeah, it's nice to get those eliminations to even it out, and we see kind of what looks like a University of North Dakota retreat towards the A site. We still have 1 player left, Lurkin, Bunny, looking at the possibility of maybe getting a couple kills off a surprise. We still have 2 holding B. They haven't realized they've started to rotate yet. Maybe a sound cue would really help us out. Oh, that's a sound cue. Fade down and nice, get 1 and get out. That's what we like to see. And Carthage now has the numbers advantage with the spike going down for North Dakota. Ooh, Waylay ult, that's gonna help. Buddy getting a kill with the incendiary. There's 1 left. Sitting in lamps. I'm head in hands because I was so enthralled by the round I forgot to switch to the person.
If you didn't know, Blaze is also doing cam, so if there's any spotty work, make sure to let him know about it.
Yeah. Please let me know how bad I'm doing, because I'm honestly so enthralled with our Carthage Firebird Esports Valorant team as the timeout comes out early, 4 rounds in. Ooh, exciting.
We saw something very, very similar last week. I think it was the Minot College, not Carthage. Last week they pulled the trigger on like round 4, and that's something you might see, especially after losing round 3. Then you're going into a low buy for round 4, and then round 5 you're back on a full buy, and you want to get the ball rolling again. So they're gonna try and pick up some momentum by having a really good plan. One thing that's a lot different than what we've had in the last week against Minot College. Minot College was just slamming sites left and right. They were sending 5 early round, and UND is not playing like that. They're playing a little bit more patient, a little bit more composed. And that's a style that Carthage seems to be thriving against right here.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I mean, when we're 2 Rocket League players, by the way. When we're watching our Valor Rocket players play, one of the biggest things I've noticed is the slower site takes at the lower ranks sometimes doesn't work out as well. And we're kind of seeing it here even in these higher level lobbies. It's just, you get to the site and you can get it, but it seems like Carthage playing a really good retake right now.
Yeah, in the chaos, it's really easy to have like a big impact as one player. It's just a couple of shots, a couple sprays to a smoke, make things really different. But if you're playing this very, very slow style, there's a lot of opportunities to make mistakes. And Carthage doesn't seem to be making them in this round, but it's very easy for those lower ranks to make those mistakes and give away easy positioning and make it very difficult. Here we see Rai take this TP for the second time. He's going to catch Cyan there, and there's going to be a kill for Cyan. That's going to be first blood, but Optimal's going to find one on the other site as Carthage has to defend this A site take. Gio's going to pick up a kill on Spumps. And we see Gio on Waylay trying to make something happen. The spike hasn't been planted yet. UND slow, but now the jig is up, and Carthage is going to be a full 3v4 on site.
Ooh, interesting to see who's going to get caught. There's so many just waiting for their opportunity to strike, but we're seeing almost like a long rotate come out of Optimal here. Obviously wanted to make sure B was okay, but we're just seeing a stall here from North Dakota on B site. Or A site. Ah, can't see it. Too many people.
It seems like the UND strategy has really been to get this raise planted into lamps and get some positioning off of that, and it's really hard to clear out if you're flush out of util. Here it'd be really nice if Hecht had a bird, but he's completely out. No dog, no bird, nothing for him to use, and Carthage doesn't have much util to get there. But here's Gio on the flank.
The full wrap. Oh, Bunny's gonna get one. Oh.
One enemy remaining.
The raise is still in lamps, not leaving yet, and peeks out Bunny with a nice little 3K holding sight. They just peek one at a time. 3 easy eliminations, and Carthage is up 5-0 here. And taking a look at the kills, death, and assists, Bunny and Gio holding down this A site like nobody's business.
Yeah, it's good to see Gio being aggressive in those positions, able to find the kills and get into those spots that make the defense just really uncomfortable and squirmy. It's really difficult to make good decisions when you're just being pressed on from all sides. And if UND isn't able to pick up the pace and get on site quickly and get the spike down, they're not going to find any success on these site takes.
You want to play?
Yeah, they need to pick up this pace because right now the retake has been so good for Carthage. And oh, it looks like they're picking up the pace. They're going to take down Optimal and Hookah. And now we have a 2-man site hold. Raze is already low, gets taken out. Cypher drops onto site. Hecht looking to clear him. We'll get caged up, and Yoru looking around for people. Gets 1, 2, Hecht! The last 2 are stuck at Mong. The spike is planted, though, and they do have a Chamber ult to help hold it. 2v2. Chamber's just holding that ult. A nice little flash allows the clear to happen. That smoke is really holding. No, the Chamber peeks out right in time, but Rai was just not ready for it.
Yeah, Cyan's going to pick up the 4K for UND there. A save round for them as well here, and that's going to get them on the board. Really, really great play out of Cyan on Chamber, using the tour de force. One-shot op, able to take a lot of players off the board there. 4 of them. Need some help for his teammate for the last one, but once that spike got down, they played very, very well from Garden to get it all the way to the culmination.
I'm interested to see if they're going to repeat it here and take another fast B. We see the Yoru looking for information every round, which could help, and it looks like instantly going back once again. It seems like Carthage is set up the same way, but this time they've slowed him down just slightly more, especially with this Viper Orb.
Yeah, Optimal, we've seen his prowess. He played at a different college last year for the years before that as well, and they were in a much higher division. So the pickup for him on this roster, replacing Jawa, he's able to make some good plays. And here's 3 kills for him.
Wow. Incredible hold. Those are 2 one-man holds on both sides. Optimal getting 3, Rai getting 2, and I would have been scared to hold that B side again after falling in that last round. But I think this showed why they were going A site so heavily at the beginning of this game, because this hold is so good on that B site, especially with the 3 players. I don't even want to test it right away, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do now because they're getting shut down on both sites.
Yeah, that's a much needed round for Carthage. You really want to stop the momentum where it was after losing the save round. And all that momentum that comes from the 4K. Gio's going to hop out of an early play on A because of the immense util that's being spammed on A. But Carthage still has to worry about the slow ability for UND to move right off this site. Even though they've used some util and got on quick, they can still leave. They got Raze in lamps again, and he's just going to try and cause some chaos as the rest of them file into sight. Rubster Panda putting the spike down. Bunny's gonna pop her ultimate. Gonna die to Lock with a classic, but she's gonna be able to get the kill from Raze in Lamps. Carthage now has the one-man disadvantage, but they still have the gun advantage, and they're looking to get back on site.
Yeah, all light weapons here for UND, but they need to get... Carthage needs to get onto site here soon. Seeing Optimal takes out the Lamps player. What is it, Cubby? I don't know. Cypher.
Lamps, you got it.
Yeah, Lamps. And... Ooh. One just sitting in back. Oh. That Chamber's really been holding down site. Optimal's left in a 1v2. Doesn't notice the Brim behind. And gets buckied. A Thrifty for North Dakota.
That's the second Thrifty that North Dakota's been able to pull off. And one highlight of that is just the immense amount of ults that came out in that round. And that can really shake up a round. We really think gun advantage, that means it's going to be really easy for a team to find the way to win the round. But when you got to deal with multiple ultimates, when Chamber's playing the way he is, it's just so difficult for Carthage to get the defusal when UND is so able to get the spike down.
Yeah, and they're going to take it back to be here, which could be interesting. With the way Optimal's been playing so aggressive, you worry about the ability to use this ult. Finally confirms there's some out B, and then is repositioning to make sure the ult can be used right away. And that's exactly how I would want to use it there, making sure you get as much time to hold them off as possible. They're going to get closer into sight, but Optimal is waiting in the perfect spot. I'm surprised they're not spraying this. Oh no! The play was great, but just not able to
That's going to be
hit.
3 quick kills for UND, and they've got a free B site. It's up to Bunny and Geo to get back on site and make something happen. It's just really unfortunate for Carthage after they committed an ult to it, had the play, and it's just an unfortunate shot from Optimal.
If I'm Carthage here, I'm looking to get a few picks just to ruin the econ a little bit, but not over-aggressing here. You don't want to give up too much. Oh, and they're not going to clear behind, and a flawless. Fade didn't get either of those kills, by the way. That was the Chamber across the hall that got both of them.
It's just Carthage had some issues in that position last week when they were stuck in CT. It's just so difficult for them to retake on site, and it seems like UND has been able to transfer a little bit of that success that was happening from Minot College last week.
Yeah, the success has been looking a little better. I know they didn't want what happened last week to happen here, so they definitely took some time to reinvent themselves. I've been liking the Yoru aggression. We've been playing really aggressive out of defense here, which makes sense because of the slow play that North Dakota has been taking so far. But right now, it's just, you don't want to give them too much. You've already gotten yourself at least half the rounds on defense, but now you're at a little bit of an econ disadvantage, and you just got to figure out ways to keep them from going on too much of a run, switching the momentum up a little bit.
Yeah, I think one thing that we need to see out of Carthage a little bit more is just a little bit more B-side aggression. There's been some good opportunities for them to sneak up B long and get a pick or two and just take that space because it seems like every single time UND is hitting site, they're going ahead and slamming through hookah. They haven't been pushing up B long at all. So you want to be careful about if there is a chamber opping, but besides that, you can just push up B. And we see Geo's going to be playing on B site here, which gives that opportunity for Carthage to be a little bit more quick with both duelists sitting there and the initiator as well. Carthage is looking to gear up and go right at UND here.
Wow, what a great call also out of you. They're going to take this aggression out long, but UND has not pushed up as much as they probably thought, and two go down on Carthage. Hecht is able to at least trade one of them, and it is that chamber, which could be very helpful.
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a false read, though, for UND. Because of the 2 players that die right there, you think, oh, well, that means B-site's weak. Maybe they're going to rotate, but we might catch them quick. And there's also 2 players on site, so it's going to be the right read for UND to get off of site, rotate off, and hit this Brim, because it's a little bit difficult for Brim to hold this position. 2 ways to get on site on A, and there's the Haunt. It's not going to find Bunny, but Bunny's going to be grouped up with Optimal, and Carthage is going to have a fighting chance here if they can find a pick early. There's the Boombot into Lamps. Dawson looking to make a read here. He's going to pop the ultimate and not trade it out. Optimal's going to be dropped. Bunny solo on site. It's going to be Hecht very, very late. Bunny's going to get the first kill. Lock trying to trade out. Going to find it. It's up to Hecht as the last alive.
This could be interesting. Not much time left, and Lamps is not under control. We'll get one. Has to pick up the pace a bit. 2 on site. Nowhere Hex at. Does not see anyone. They're playing in very smart angles. Gonna have to keep clearing. Oh, over clears. And Fade is able to take out Hecht, and that is the 3rd straight round loss here for Carthage, especially coming off the timeout. One you want to win. Had a good strat to call, but unfortunately, UND was able to snuff it out.
Yeah, I think if we're looking at what went wrong in that round was just a little bit of that timing on B long. You see the flash popped a little bit early. They had the opportunity to turn it, and when the 2 duelists got up there, it was just completely unblind. The opportunity for them to just hold the angle, and they had 2 off angles. It was just not the situation you want to be in if you're Carthage.
And especially now, not having full econ, has to play a lot more passive and hope to get a few over-aggressive picks.
The decoy is going to fly through, trying to get a little bit of that early information that they've been able to find. But Optimal's going to be solo holding Hookah again. Him and Hecht trying to set up a crossfire.
Oh! Wow. Raze, like I said, got a little too aggressive going for that boom bot, and now their entry seems to be gone, and they're split 2 and 2.
One thing Carthage does have to worry about this round, though, is that the Tour de Force is back online for Cyan, and UND has basically their win condition for one of those early rounds. And there, he's going to find one up against Hecht, and now Carthage is just that much weaker with Rye, a Bucky in the corner. Carthage still has a hold on this site, but if the util is used right, it's pretty much a lose round for them. Optimal's going to be spared from the ultimate, but Rye's going to be the one that's subjected to all the horrors.
Oh, that's going to get 2. Last one left is the Brim down long. And now help is here, and the spike was not planted. If I'm Brim here, there's not much you could do except get an insane 2 shots. And now all that's left is a stinger on Geo. Wow, this round is turned around quick.
A lot of noise being made. Geo has the opportunity, and he's not going to be able to find it. Rubster Panda pulls off the clutch for the 4th straight round for UND. And now Carthage is right on the cusp of having one of the greatest starts to a half and one of the worst ends you could possibly have.
That round looks so good too. That's a moral run right there. That first shot was insane by that Brim.
Yeah.
I didn't even think Brim was looking that way.
I think it was just Carthage has to play that a little bit smarter. When you have 3 there, you can't just peek the same angle with the 2 full health players. They had Optimal swinging with 10 HP, able to find out where Brim was, and then Brim just apparently pulled off the great flick and won it. UND is sticking with what works, though, as they hit A site, flooding out. And Geo and Bunny are going to be pushed straight off all the way to back site.
Spike planted.
UND just able to continuously have this early site hold, and now they're in the position they want to be in, where everybody's off site and everybody's able to play this stall, while Cypher is just implanted right there. Hecht is gonna trade out Optimal, and Carthage finds another kill on Rubster Panda by Rye, and it's just up to Cyan from long. Cyan trying to spray it down. Geo is gonna defuse. He's gonna get it all the way down. Cyan's gonna find 2 kills, but Geo will find the final one, and Carthage will come out on top in this first half.
Switching sides.
Should have probably been a little more rounds for your Firebirds, but you know what? You take winning that one, giving yourself the advantage going into the second half, but definitely unfortunate. Fortunate half, I'd say. I know you're going out with the lead, but you just know you could have got more.
Yeah, I think the one thing that Carthage just struggled with at the end was stopping the spike early.
Yeah.
They had some really good holds on both sites, and then it came to these final 4 or 5 rounds, and UND was able to walk all the way up to the choke and just slam site, get it down, and then even when things looked bleak, they were able to pull out some good plays out of a player or two and get the round win. But Carthage is going to be on attack. The wall is set up for Optimal to lurk, but they're going to be pressuring him in A main. He's going to be pushed off by a Fade dog early. But Hecht is going to be sending his dog up as well, and Carthage is pressing up on B site.
They're pressing fast, which is good because you heard all the movement on A. You know that you have the numbers advantage. It's just making the most of it quick. And right now they're getting held off by the smoke.
Important thing for Carthage is to find the balance between hitting site very, very quickly here and hitting site correctly. Because if they don't, it could be a very quick 3-4 kills for these defenders, and that can make things very, very poor for the post plant.
And they're stuck here now too. North Dakota has taken all the space, and I like clearing this corner. They trade here. The Cypher's gone. Brim's gone. That's a nice trade right there. We're up to a 4-2. We see Chamber can't get through hookah, and it is now a 1v4. We have Spike down, and they're taking as much space and playing the angles they can. Ray's looking to maybe get a sneaky kill here, but Optimal's playing in the perfect spot. He gets an insane one tap. Doesn't even need another one. Just believes the one shot's good enough.
Yeah, that's a great play from Carthage. We were talking about how they need to be methodical with how they hit site, and they did it just that. And there was some good gunplay. Locke was able to get one from Cubby, but then a trade there. They get two out of elbow, and Carthage is just staring at such a great lead going into that end part of the post plant. And that's the recipe for success for them. If they can get things going very, very early in the rounds, they're going to have the advantages they need, and they're going to be able to find these round wins to get through this map.
Exactly, and I'm curious if this aggression out of North Dakota is going to amount to anything, or how Carthage will respond to it, because they're not taking their aggressive A push, but they have noticed Showers has been left relatively clear, and they're able to take a lot more space there. Optimal still holding space in mid. Ooh, Chamber sees Optimal there for a little bit, but retreats right away. We have 4 on this site, and will Carthage push into it?
The spike is all the way on B side. The TP is available for them to hop on over, but Bunny playing very slow, and I think this is the smart play for Carthage, to let UND be aggressive and come into them with these classics when they have the opportunity to just spray them down with a Spectre or a Stinger or something like that. Optimal using that wall to lurk up A. Gio's going to catch a glimpse of Dawson, and the Outlaw's going to clean up there. Now Carthage has that one-man advantage. There's still 3 on A site, but if they just keep with this methodical approach, they're going to be able to find the kills to find the round.
30 seconds left.
That's an important one, but with 30 seconds left, you have to commit to a site, and it looks like they're rotating over to B, but so is Brimstone. Yoru finds all the way onto site. Not going to look for the chamber. Oh! Just barely sees the chamber, and now they have 10 seconds left. They need to make this push fast.
10 seconds left.
Not going to have a second chance at planning.
Oh, Bunny's going to have the time to get it done. Spike's going to be planted with just milliseconds to go. Carthage has the advantage. It's going to be up to Rubster Panda, and there's just so many guns being aimed at him, and Gio's going to clean up, find his second kill of the round.
I'm definitely terrified a little bit if I'm in that round. Probably took a little bit, just slightly a little too much time. Was not expecting the Cypher tripwire there. Almost slowed us down just enough.
It's crazy that we say we weren't expecting the Cypher tripwire because the dog just walked right through it.
Yeah.
So we might need a little bit of a communication change, but Carthage is going to find the first 2 rounds there. That's the recipe to success in the second half, is getting early, and this bonus is going to be an opportunity for Carthage to just turn this round completely on its head with a big win in the econ department. They did end up finding not 4 rifles, but they have 4 guns that were saved from the rounds before, so they are in a good spot, and they have to fight this aggression early. Optimal's going to diff, spumps. He had an outlaw. He misses with the body shot, and the heavy shield is going to win there.
That's a good trade there for Gio. We still have numbers advantage.
And Gio's going to win a rifle. It's going to be huge for Carthage as they try and find a little bit more success. Cyan gets a big kill. It's going to be hecked with a Stinger.
Wow.
Can't win in the short range. And now Cyan's going to have his second of the round, leaving just Bunny and Gio in the 2v3.
And Gio not able to catch up. Might catch Cyan on the rotate back, but is just looking for any easy picks on an over-aggression. Gio able to get one. It is a 1v2 now, but they are so separate. But the spike is down, which could cause a problem. Gio looking.
This is good for Gio. He's going to be able to pull back with this waylay utility and hit A site. If he can get this kill on Bray.
Unfortunate.
Just so many angles to worry about as a one man there. Carthage really, I think they need to go back to playing a little bit slower.
I think I agree, and they were getting really good picks there, but it's just a matter of if they can take out. Honestly, right now, the round depends on whether or not they can take out Saiyan on this aggression.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that they might need to direct a little bit more utility and approach to is just clearing out this A main area. It is a lot easier to hit site when you can smoke off heaven and you can smoke off right behind triple and hit site quickly. But you can't do that if you have to worry about chamber in 4 different spots in that choke.
We're seeing a nice little battle for this orb, and Rai able to take out the fade. That's really important. Not gonna go for the ult orb though, because as we can see here, that Raze is starting to sneak up and look for it themselves.
Yeah, we've seen on these lower buy rounds, Raze bought a judge and ran through hookah before, so Carthage has that little painful memory in the back of their minds, and they're going to be careful about what angles they take.
This is interesting here, because this definitely looks like a teleport play. Carthage is simply waiting for some of UND to leave site. Oh, Rai able to get a kill, and now it's a 5-on-3 with... Oh, this could be bad. Rai might not realize the Cypher has rotated into such a free space.
Most certainly just heard them. So if Rai is not able to check this angle, he could still get the diff, and he's gonna be dropped. Optimal able to find a kill in the dark, and he's gonna find a second one against Locke with the trade, and it's gonna be up to Rubster Panda to deny the plant or get the defusal here, and he's just smoked off, mollied off the choke, and now he's in this situation that Carthage has been in time and time again, and we've seen how daunting it is to overcome.
Really, really good plays there to cover for each other and get those trades, and yeah, Panda is gonna look to save the Phantom and Heavy Shield. I think this is the smart play with a 1v4 and all of them full health and full guns.
Now Carthage is just gonna be in the driver's seat. Speaking of all the rifles that they're going to take into this next round, plus the econ advantage that they already had. And so it's going to be a lot of very difficult for UND to find a couple round wins in the next couple rounds. And Optimal's on the hunt here, looking for something. He does have to worry about Rubster Panda right here. Rubster Panda is going to be drove right by, and Optimal's going to die. That's going to be not the thirst that you want to see. Heck,
nice.
With the classic is going to clean up a little bit of style, a little bit of diff.
That was a really important kill. I know you lost Optimal there, but look at, I mean, you guys can't see it. It's going to be too small, but Brim has no money whatsoever, and I think that's really important to just ensure that you could get this econ down.
That one rifle taken off the board. Carthage, I think one thing that they really need to focus, what they've been focusing on the last couple rounds, is just keeping these ult orbs, because they have the guns to do it, and they picked up Waylay ult last round. You want to keep Saiyan off of that operator.
Uh-oh. They're not going to realize Saiyan's pushed up here. It took just slightly too much time. Oh, but an insane kill from Hecht before the teleport can go through, and that's really, really important for your Firebirds.
Yeah, Carthage pressed up B again. The spike sitting there in B long, and the rotate is going to come out from UND, and Hecht's going to find one of those tripwires as well. It's going to be a little bit easier for them to get on site now that they have a little bit more util and info. Hecht inserted on site. Location known by Rubster Panda, but that's just one more angle that UND has to worry about on this site take. Carthage is going to find 2 quick kills.
Wow.
And now they're in a 5v2 with A site completely under control. They take the TP. Rai's going to be late to the party, but even later is going to be this entire UND squad on the retake.
Honestly, that was such a good play from Carthage. I wasn't even ready for them to reverse and take site. Oh, this could be good timing. And now it's just the Brim left again. Looking to get one pick, won't get any, and we'll take a flawless here at a pivotal round. We're up 11, 1 more to force, at least in overtime, 2 more to win it.
Yeah, one thing that can be really concerning about the comp that Carthage is running is the single initiator, but Hecht has really been doing a great job. I'm sure if we look at the assist columns, he's looking at probably double digits, 13 right there, 11, 12, and 13. Really great performance out of him, and he's just been doing a great job of setting up his duelist. And they got 2 great duelists in Geo and Rai, and we know that they're going to do a great job, but when you enable them like that, it raises the ceiling so much. We see Rai sitting at 16 and 8, Gio's right behind him, 16-8 as well. So Carthage has been doing a good job playing together specifically up against these Fighting Hawks, and that's really what we want to see out of them.
I think we were talking about Heck's amazing performance with the initiator role, but we saw it a lot on that defense. I feel like where those birds were very important for not util. Oh my gosh, knowledge of where people were and just stalling them enough to be able to do those retakes.
Yeah,
And
so
that's
much
where all those
recon
assists are gonna
ability
come from.
out of that kit that Sky has. And it's interesting because you don't really see Sky played as much at the higher level. A lower pick agent, but in these lower levels, it's really about comfort. And we saw that kind of creeping into the pro scene a little bit lately. Envy being a squad that was mainly made out of ranked players, and they are obviously going to pick their comfort picks when they have that tech and they have that knowledge and that experience. That's really important. But Carthage needs to be comfortable in this play, and that's something we've seen from the decision making, from all of the little elements where they've been so successful this map.
I'm curious here what we're seeing from Saiyan playing a really passive chamber compared to earlier rounds, and might throw Carthage off. Well, that fear will be there that Saiyan's going to be sitting somewhere.
Yeah, I think the trick is they're trying to be a little bit more careful about making Carthage come to them and try and get picks while they get on site. But because of a little bit of the mix-up, it's going to make it harder for Carthage to make a good read. But here's the Sea of Util. Locke's going to find the first kill on Optimal. Rai is blind, but him and Gio are on site. Hecht as well, and so is Bunny. So Carthage has all four on site. Locke's going to find his second kill of the round, while Hecht's going to find a good trade. That's going to be huge for Carthage, but this Gio trying to get the plant down. He's going to find it. And there's just so much area to worry about. The ultimate from Waylay, but he's going to be diffed by Spumps. A good trade for Rai, and Hecht's going to find one of his own. Rai with his second and his third kill on Not Dawson, and that's going to be pushing us to map point here.
That was honestly a scary round for me. I feel like we weren't doing a great job clearing out that Cypher util, and it definitely could have led to a lot more picks, but some good aim out of our Firebirds really helped us secure that round victory. And looking at the econ, there is almost nothing left for UND, and we are going to have a lot for now. I mean, 3 Guardians isn't nothing, but if we're running Guardian regen right now, it is not looking the greatest.
Yeah, it's a tough situation to be in when you need a round win, but one thing that we didn't speak about on that scoreboard there was Cyan holding the tour de force. Something that could really shift around, and we saw it do it in the past. He's pressed up Rai. Oh, he's going to throw the decoy, but Cyan isn't fooled. He's going to find the kill, and that's going to shift the tables here.
The tables shifting with that Saiyan, with the Saiyan kill, and we're down, and now you're down your information. You really need that Yoru to help you clear out this site. But you still have 3 stacked B. You know you can accomplish it with this.
It's a good reposition on a Saiyan as well. He's going to be playing a much more passive role on A. Going to make it so Optimal can't sneak up here. Is going to peek right into this Saiyan. Does it, misses the shot, and Optimal hits a head tap and cleans it up as well. He's going to find another head tap as well, and Optimal is just putting a fork in this defense, and he's going to have the opportunity for his teammates to get on site. The lurk wall is going to allow Gio and Hecht to push up, and Viper's Pit as well. Optimal really trying to put the team on his back with a Sea of Util. It's going to be hard for Carthage to find a way. And here, Buddy's going to get the spike plant down. 3v4, but Carthage has the superior positioning.
Every
Nightfall
ult coming out this round. Wow.
2 kills for Bunny. Gio and Bunny, both location known. Gio's going to try and be aggressive into lamps.
Neither will get a kill. Time is just going down. Gio gets one, and this is very good. Bunny's playing well off site, probably has a lineup. Oh, a lineup, an ultimate. What am I saying?
Just looks like this round is in the books here.
What a great way to
Unfortunate for
stall.
Locke. He's going to find the first kill, but there's no time here. On Spike
I believe
now.
there's time. I believe there's time.
You have to stick, and Bunny just has to tap the head.
Wait.
I don't know what game you're watching, but there was not enough time there.
Attackers win.
You know, you gotta sometimes make it a little more interesting. I know there was a Hey, 80.87 seconds. Oh,
Yeah, but I didn't cast a
I
curse.
cast a curse earlier.
I didn't cast a curse. Yes, Blaze did.
Yeah, on the brim.
All right,
on
everyone.
the brim 1v3. Yeah. Well, that was a really good bounce back on Bind for our Firebirds, especially after last week. I really liked the aggression we had on defense. Obviously, everybody seemed to be hitting their shots for the most part. So you take that. That's a really nice momentum boost for going into this next map, which we will have. What next map? That's a mystery.
Unsure.
It's a mystery, but
We'll just take a look at the scoreboard first before we go to break, though. Optimal leading the charge, 19 and 12. 19 kills for Sane as well for UND, the sole player at the top of the scoreboard for them, the sole positive player. And then filling out the rest is going to be Rye with 19 kills, Geo with 17, Hecht with 13, 16 assists as well for Hecht there. We praising him for the job well done, and we're hoping he'll do that again. And Bunny's going to be at the bottom with 12 and 11. Carthage, all 5 players firing on all cylinders, and that's going to be important going into this next map. If they win this one, they'll be done for the day. But they are going to be going up against a different UND team. It's going to be a little bit different than what we saw in Bind. They're going to be changing things up, and so we're just hoping for a good game. But
I'm not. I'm hoping for a 13-0 for the Firebirds. Come on, baby.
A little bit of fair weather casting out of Blaze here, but we'll be back in just a moment. Thank you, guys. All right, everyone, welcome back in. I'm joined here with Blaze. Again, we're going to be going into map 2 of this matchup between University of North Dakota and Carthage College. Carthage was able to take the first one rather convincingly after a rocky mid-round, but they did find the way to the victory, and we're going to be on Corrode for this upcoming map. What do you know about Corrode, Blaze?
Absolutely nothing. I know I hate playing it because I don't know the map. I think I've played it 3 times.
Corrode.
And I'm terrible at mid.
Yeah, I think that is very important on Corrode. Corrode is actually one of my favorite maps. I like to watch, especially some of the earlier gameplay of it. Sen had some pretty good games, and I think mid is probably the most important part of the map. And if you can get to mid, you can hit both of the sites very, very easily. Corrode was actually the map that we saw the triple overtime last week. So Carthage has some experience, especially in the high pressure situations. So this should be a good matchup for them. They should be able to find some success on this map and hopefully get out of here with a 2-0 sweep.
I'm hoping to see that 2-0 sweep come out now because Carthage, probably you don't want to eliminate this map from your pool.
Yeah.
Because another close loss here, you're still confident in it, but mentally you're like, can we close out this map?
Yeah, it's a situation that Carthage got themselves in, but I think it's a good one for them because they do have the opportunity to get back to what they were doing last week just 7 short days ago and find some success here and close things out. But otherwise, they're going to have to fight one more map, and really you don't want to be in that situation. So let's see if they have any of that success from last round pressing into this one. They did make a swap, I believe. Jellyfish is going to be coming in for Bunny, and Carthage has a little bit of a different look, the look that we saw last week. But we do see a lot of similarities. I think this lineup is a little bit different, though, too. I don't think we had a Cypher. I think it was a different Sentinel, but...
Well, we don't have a Cypher.
Oh. This is the exact comp.
What do you think about this comp? Because, I don't think it's odd, but I don't know much about it. So for the viewers at home that also would not know much about it, what do you think the strengths of it are?
I'm definitely going to be able to give you guys a little bit of insight, but Carthage is in the driver's seat here, got a one-man advantage. Gio's walking up mid. He's going to catch a shoulder of Rubster Panda, and he's not going to be able to get the job done with the reload. Rubster Panda clinging to life, uses the paranoia. Carthage eliminating players with ease, and it's going to be up to Locke to find the 3K and the win. Optimal.
The what? The what?
To find the 3K and the win. It's going to be up to him to do it.
Uh-oh.
Locke finds the first kill on Optimal. Gio's going to reposition with his TP. Him and Jellyfish left to hold down the site. Time ticking by. And Locke's going to elect to try and possibly wrap and find these end kills. It looks like not a lot of confidence in their abilities. Time ticking by. Jellyfish and Gio, though, are unsuspecting. It's going to be a good cross, though, for Gio. Gio's going to probably see the Locke before... Oh, and there's the swing. Locke get dinked by a classic, and then it's just so difficult to get here. Carthage able to escape out of main, and it's going to be a good first round. Locke dies to the spike smartly to grab an extra ult orb and a little bit more credits for next round.
Interesting. I liked the wrap, but I also was very confused by it. I knew it would take a lot longer. Oh, it seems like we're going to get a tech pause here.
Oh, maybe something was going on.
For us.
For us?
We are tech pausing. Yeah, it's paused. It's paused. Okay.
Match timer is paused, so you're gonna be seeing our lovely faces here for just a brief moment. And let's talk about this comp, because Blaze, you said you haven't played Corrode a lot, but you do know all these agents up here. The one thing about Corrode you always want to do is fight for mid. So a lot of times we'll see a Viper in the comp, but we don't see that for either side. So it's a little bit different, but the one thing that we are seeing... Looks like we're going to be getting back right into things in just a moment, but the one thing is a Yoru on both sides, and that's going to be a good opportunity for them to get into good positions and get onto site quickly. So Carthage does have to worry about a waylay, which has given them problems in the past, but they were able to contain it last round. Well, actually, they were able to use the waylay very, very well, but Carthage now needs to find a little bit of success here for them as they spam up mid. There's a waylay there as well. Cyan on waylay, going to get the first kill, but it's going to be a trade for Hecht. Optimal has the kill for them for Carthage as well. It's going to be a 4v3. Carthage with commanding pressure over mid. It's going to be Rubster Panda, the lone fighting Hawk in there
Oh.
with the classic. Try to swing Jellyfish. Jellyfish holding the angle with some great discipline. Carthage has a lot of opportunities and places to go. Peek. Jellyfish is going to be just tad late. Rupture Panda throws the paranoia, but it misses, and Jellyfish will find the kill. Carthage now 4v2. Pressuring on A site. It's going to be up to not Dawson to do it himself. Probably going to try for a pick in the TP out. He's going to be sprayed down by Hecht. Blind. And Geo is going to find the kill from Locke. We did see a lot of success last week when Geo was able to play mid very, very well. And we saw they were able to, on offense specifically, plant Geo on the opposite site, let him play mid, hold it with a different weaponry than the rest of them. And that Outlaw is going to be a good opportunity for him. He's going to throw the Ghost to his teammate. But let's see if he has some success in that role as well, and see if Carthage can capitalize on the matchup here.
I am excited to see it. We've already started out really strong, and our hits have been great, and our playing their flanks have been even better. It feels like this North Dakota team has not been able to take any of the space they want, because we've had insane control of mid. We've timing that Omen twice now. But now it looks like we're going to take a full site here on to B, just the Cypher holding, and if they take it quick enough, they might be able to get this site for free.
Locke is playing Heaven, looking to have a little bit of surprise factor. Rise on the flank. Carthage looking to get a pick or two. Optimal pushing up with the Ghost. Cyan gonna be dinked with the Ghost.
Wow.
He's gonna get two with Locke. Optimal just showing off some prowess, but Sir Panda has two of his own to save for it. And now it's up to the remaining 3 players for Carthage to hold down this site. Rai is going to swing. He's going to get the kill on Spumps. Rupture Panda, though, able to find the trade. Optimal. The rifle donated by the UND team, and it's him and Geo looking to block this defuse. Rupture Panda, low health. Shoots the eye.
That's perfect team play right there. Bait the Omen out with the eye. Bait the Omen out with yourself, and then have Geo wrap around and make sure gets him from behind. And that's an incredible team play by Carthage. That's exactly what you want, taking your two-on-one opportunity and making sure you're going to connect. No, what's the word?
Execute.
Execute, thank you.
Gonna have to donate Thesaurus to Blaze for the next week. But Carthage was able to have a lot of success on B's site. We saw that Locke on Cypher last game on Bind was able to have so much success solo holding sites and making it so difficult for Carthage to get on site and get the spike plant. This time, it might not be as easy. He's hidden away, but we also see the waylay from Cyan there to support as well. The trips are there, one identified by the Yoro clone. Rupture Panda rotating from mid, sprayed down by Rai. And that's going to be the first kill for Carthage.
And they are just slowly clearing out this site. They still have the waylay above that they're going to need to worry about. Optimal has spotted it. And now
Cyan dashes out. He's going to end up getting dinked by Optimal. Optimal still on the prow. Able to find the kill. And it's going to be up to these final 2 UND players. Geo eliminates one of them. And now just...
Oh, no.
Not Dawson. With a classic. Trying to find a kill or two to shift the econ for next round. A swing by Rai, and he's not going to find it. The Phantom. In Dawson's hands now, not a lot of time, and Geo will get the cleanup kill with a Phantom of his own. And Carthage has the 4th straight round to start off this map.
Was this the same way it started last map? Yeah, it did, because they took the timeout at 4-0.
Yeah, and then I think they won 5 and then lost 6.
Yes.
And then lost then they won 1 and then lost the next 5, I'm pretty sure.
Because what? They got to 5-1, and then
5-1, 6-1,
and then
6-5,
6-5,
7-5. No 6-7. Not there. Wasn't
well, you know what we will be getting now?
That's a good spot.
13-0, come on!
It doesn't even count. Carthage now. Trying to have a little bit of that mid pressure again. Geo and Rai both aggressive agents to be in that position. The TP for Geo able to be in a good spot, but the smoke early is going to make it harder for Carthage to support without being out in sight, and that's going to mean they're going to have to be on their game to get through. Spumps on the right. He's going to get the kill on Geo. Jellyfish with a good trade. Carthage executing well with these trades as they push up to top. Rye had the Omen, but the Omen's going to TP away. Lock on the push. Rye able to locate the head and find the kill, and it's Waylay solo holding B.
Ooh, the timing.
Cyan with the operator finds the first kill. Tries to find the next, but Jellyfish will get the trade. That operator laying on the ground. Rye eliminated by Dawson's Odin, and Carthage now. It's just going to be Jellyfish looking to find a kill and a little bit of a stall at least to find the round win. Jellyfish push by Not Dawson. Not Dawson on very low HP. The spray coming out. Jellyfish, it's going to be a difficult situation to be in. Yoro comes out of the ult, sprays Jellyfish. A little bit of panic. Rupture Panda. Oh, killed. Dawson.
The Yoru's low.
Eliminates with the blind. Paranoia from Jellyfish. Ends up hitting the mark, and Dawson will find the flick. There's going to be enough time to defuse, and that's a great play by UND when you're in that hole, that 4-0 hold. You pop the Yoro ultimate, use the operator, use the Odin, be there, and find a round win, and that's going to put a little bit of pin in the momentum that Carthage had. That's
so sad, because you do everything right and just a good peek from the Yoru, and you're dead.
Yeah, Jellyfish was in a very difficult situation there. I probably would have just tossed the gun and walked away, because it's so difficult when that Yoru is just running at you, literally pinging your location.
Yeah.
The spray is just dancing all around you. Have that little bit of composure to get off site, find the kill on Rupture Panda, and then execute the paranoia, and then it's just that little bit of meters is gonna be the difference maker, and Yoro finds the kill. A big clutch for UND. Carthage, first blood. Rye on Dawson, the hero of last round. Rye's gonna pop his ultimate and look to execute on A site. Oh, the concuss. And Carthage finds another kill, but Cyan finds the elimination on Jellyfish. Sorry. And now Carthage doesn't have the spike down yet. Has control of A site, but there is a little bit to worry about as Rupture Panda is going to find the kill on Optimal.
You have to get this pick here now. Rye getting it, but Geo is so far away.
Yeah, Ryo executes with the trade. Not the gun you want in that situation. You see Cyan drops the operator. And one thing that's going to be very important here is just the lack of information that Cyan has. Uses the ultimate to try, but Carthage just has the superior positioning, and Rye's going to find the 4K, icing the round. The operator staying at the ground. He's asking his teammates, you guys want this? You guys want this? And he's not going to grab it.
I wouldn't hear. You know Cyan's really good with the op. They don't have the econ to even get close to a gun like that right now. And none of us have been really using the op like that.
Yeah, I would have to disagree with you. I'm picking up that operator, but...
see, I'm also greedy in picking that operator because I'm going, I can get it. I don't care what the team comp is. I am getting
4,700 free credits?
I'm saying, I don't, you know what? Probably looked at it and said, not a good enough skin for me. I like my Miss Bloom better.
Does he have Miss Bloom? I don't think he has Miss Bloom.
We are literally looking at the Miss Bloom right now on the screen.
That's the Phantom. He doesn't have Miss Bloom operator.
No, but... Never mind, it's not worth it. I was saying...
Carthage executing on B site. Nightfall used to deafen and locate some of these players. Rye is...
Get the Cypher!
Cypher has... able to get one traded out by Jellyfish. That's just an unfortunate situation for Rye to be in. We saw the paranoia able to pay dividends and find the kill, and it's going to be a 4v4. Optimal pressing up on Fade this round instead of the Viper from before. He's going to find 2 quick kills. We see him be a difference maker in that last map on Bind, and there he's going to come through again. Carthage now in a good situation. Rupture Panda somehow not blinded, but Spumps is going to be hunted down. Optimal's 3rd kill. Carthage finds their 2nd consecutive round.
You know what I want to say that I've been noticing out of Carthage these last few rounds is our drive-by shooting on these last men have been a little bit better. I feel like on Bind we were running up to them and absolutely whiffing every shot.
Yeah, there were a couple situations where they were not finding it, and here I think it might be a little bit of the weapon choice. Everybody's pulling out a Phantom right now.
Even with the Phantoms, I feel like we were doing it, but they're taking a little bit more calm, composed, and really just taking their time and realizing I can hit this shot. They're manifesting the hit.
All right, Carthage was in a very similar situation to this just a few moments ago on Bind. They weren't able to keep the momentum going, but here let's see if they can find something different. Optimal dogging through A. They got control of A link, and let's see if this spray is going to pay any dividends. Jellyfish got a few bullets put into her, and there's Rise kill to even things out at 4-4. Carthage now executing on A site. They've got the two duelists hidden back site. Optimal really not able to decide what he wants to do with that plant, but Rise going to find a trade on Hecht. Spike planted. Now Carthage in a good situation. Two players rotating from mid very, very late for UND. Let's see if Waylay can be the difference maker. Rye and Optimal holding a great cross.
Beautiful cross. Beautiful.
Only thing you got to worry about is these late rotators from mid. Jellyfish, though, has the angle. It's going to be difficult to play this, though, because of the two players walking out, but the off angle. Optimal finds the kill on Saiyan. It's just those two from mid. The spray connects almost, and Jellyfish will find a kill. Rye with the other lock is able to find one, but it's not enough to win the round, and Carthage is going to find the 7th round of the half.
I'm surprised North Dakota has not taken a timeout here. I feel like you've lost so many rounds in a row at this point. You need to regroup, but they've been forcing a lot. I mean, the econ's still bad, so maybe you're waiting another round, making sure you have the good econ.
Yeah, I think it's just a mental question for them. You're kind of just in the hole, and you're still digging. And the guy outside the hole, he's got to say, hey, guys, we got to take a break. We can't be – this isn't working. We got to figure something else out. And Carthage is sticking with what works. Waylay on the angle quick. Going to be chased off by Rise ultimate, and ultimate as well. Breach's ultimate. Carthage just pressing holding the legs to the coals here as they keep pressuring through mid. Rye, another kill.
Wow.
Sprayed down Dawson, his 3rd of the round, and it's just up to Locke. End of the round. Rye with the classic. The right click doesn't connect. The frenzy will reign supreme. Locke now has a rifle. He's going to be seized down to 10 HP, and Optimal hunting for the kill. Will find it. Carthage executes super quickly on site, uses the ultimates to perfection, and that momentum is just gone for
there's the timeout.
There's just no possibility for UND to be in a good mind state at this point. Like you're there, you are in such a poor situation, and you gotta find something that works, and they're not in that right now.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, we're seeing a lot. I don't know. Is this a map attack sided? It seems attack sided. Or are we just that good?
It's a fairly new map. I'm not really aware.
Okay. Well, we're gonna say it's attack sided because. We are just seeing a lot of early aggression out of Carthage, and they are just able to pick off 1 or 2 or even 3 early in the round, and they've had incredible control of mid. I feel like we've only seen North Dakota take control of this mid, actually gain control of this mid that one round they won, and every other round they have just been destroyed by Carthage in this mid, and it is going to be that whether or not they win these next 3 rounds.
Yeah, I think the big thing that needs to come out for this UND is they got to stall a little bit more. They got to have the opportunity to make Carthage question these site hits, because they're just able to just hit site quickly, execute their plan, and UND's just at their whims. It's so difficult for them to do anything. But if you're Carthage, you want to just keep going, but you have to watch out for these plays. They still have a Waylay. They can still dive. They still have a Yoru ultimate. They can still use the Yoru ultimate, locate some positions, jump up, and the Waylay can just stun right away. Yoru pops out. Oh, that's a free kill for UND. So they have the kit to do it. They just have to execute a little bit more. And there's a little bit of a shakeup. A is now being held by Locke in the Cypher role, and Cyan is in a little bit off angle. Carthage playing very, very slow. Not that 5-site hit that they were before. See if they can reposition and find the right read. Geo back in mid, and there's not any pressure for either side in mid. It's just a situation where both sides are just like, well, we'll just leave it for the other person. The orb being taken by Carthage. Nightfall coming out for Carthage as well. And here's the site execute onto B. Lots of players, though, and there's going to be 4 quick kills. Wow. Carthage at the ambushed on site, and Geo last alive here. Does have the tour de force if he chooses to use it. Cyan is going to find the 3rd kill of the round for them. And the round win, a flawless. Coming out of the timeout, that is huge for UND.
I think a real important thing I saw to UND there was no one over-aggressed, no one over-pushed. They all stuck to their site and waited for Carthage to take the site, and they just pounced. They held them, they choked them out, and they were able to just ensure they got a flawless there. That's really good for their econ, because that should carry them out to the end of the half.
Yeah, it's a good situation, a good position to be in to try and get a couple more rounds. And the one thing that we noticed was that Nightfall being used didn't end up working because of the positioning of the Waylay. The operator from Dawson is going to find the kill on Hecht, and it's going to be another quick advantage for UND. The positioning you want to be in. Carthage trying to execute on Ace still. The operator pushed off the angle. Rye's going to get the orb. He's going to pop his ultimate. Cypher Util being taken out. Locke ends up shooting the decoy, and he's going to be killed by Optimal. Spumps sprayed down behind the box, not able to find the kill for Rye. Instead, he's going to re-challenge. And Carthage now has the 3-2 advantage. Spumps being seized. Optimal on this peak. Finds it. Down to 32 HP, though, for Optimal. It's going to be a 2v2. Rubster Panda and Cyan, the two players that have given Carthage a lot of problems this game. And Rye trying to be aggressive. He's going to find the first one. Cyan.
Ooh.
Rye instantly runs away, doesn't have the awareness to realize that the enemy Waylay is just waiting for him to turn away for that spike. And it's going to be another round win for UND.
Yeah, and Carthage is going to look to take the time out here. As you do, you know, you get one per half. Why not take it? You're on a two-round down here. So I'm taking it, personally. Right?
Yeah, I think you got to pull the trigger always. Obviously, you're giving the other team some time to talk about things, but you want to be in the almost perfect situation. As you look at the top of your screen, you have 2 ultimates. They're not very powerful, and you're going up against 4 ultimates. The 3 of them are super, super duper powerful for UND. You got Nightfall, Waylay Refractor, and I don't know yours, but the Yoru ultimate as well.
We're calling the Yoru ult the sneaky ult right now because I don't know the name of it either. And Yoru's just sneaking around.
I would love to know.
Got binoculars on, looking around. But you got to look at it and you go, okay, how can we ensure we get this 9th round win? Or you're looking at it, guys, how do we not get the 9-3 curse? We needed to win 2 here to Dimensional Drift.
I knew that.
I like sneaky binoculars, bro.
The developers knew a little bit better than you.
Yeah, they might. I mean, I like a little alliteration. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're talking about here because, you know, you're feeling good. You just want to. You don't want to overthink it.
I think they got to go back to the quick sight hits. Which I think I'm being read completely incorrectly because Optimal's just going to chuck the spike on the ground there, and Carthage is going to try and play a little bit slower. It looks like Geo does have his tour de force online. Aiming mid. He's going to be smoked off right away, and Rye's going to walk up quick. Carthage trying to take that mid presence again. Nobody, a B-sided approach on defense for UND, and Rye's going to be able to insert himself all the way into Link. Operator not able to connect, and Carthage is still trying to find a little bit of value out of the tour de force. Rubster Panda peeks just out of the view of Geo. If he swings again, he's going to be in the view this time. Rye still planted in Link, and time ticking down to about a second. Optimal's going to eliminate, remove the tripwire, but he's going to be killed by Cyan. Quickly traded out, though, by Jellyfish. Big
look at this, though. They're rotating. They saw that one site push, and they thought they took a quick rotate, but Rye heard them leave, and now they're able to take a site.
Rye aggressive again. He's got to worry about the dog from the enemy fade, and it's going to push him off his line. Carthage not able to get the quick round, and not Dawson files in with the dimensional drift. Rye has to hold the cross with Jellyfish, and now it's just all sides caving in on Carthage. Can they find a couple of kills? The decoy, Rye's going to shoot it. He's going to be fooled for just a moment. Carthage has to worry about all these angles. 2 kills for Rye. Locke is going to find one on Hecht. Jellyfish and Geo find the final 2, and Carthage gets to that 9-3 going into the second half.
You got to be real proud of Rye's positioning there. Just instantly, here's the quick rotate. Hey team, we got it. We got to hit A now. We got to hit A now. They hit A now. They take full control of site, and then they're able to clutch out that round because they had so many players on site, and UND was just not able to retake.
Yeah, we've seen some great play out of Rye this weekend, last weekend. He's been really rising the occasion. Last year, there were some questions about his mental, the situations he puts himself in. But this time, this year specifically, this semester, we've seen him on Euro for all 5 maps, and he's just been playing it very, very well, playing it very aggressive, but still very smart in finding the plays that make a big difference for this team. Let's see if he can have an impact on the defensive side here for Carthage. A quick dash from Waylay into short, and Cyan is right on the heels of Rye. Rye will pull the trigger and eliminate Cyan. A quick trade by Spumps, though, and it's going to be still 4v4 as it's Hecht solo holding on A. We've seen him be very in his element here last time on Corrode. Optimal's going to break the trip, but Rubster Panda will get on site for the plant, and it's Hecht escapes with his life. Jellyfish, a quick kill on lock on the flank, and now Carthage is in that situation where they can flood onto site quickly. They got the util. Hecht one blind, looking to use it very sparingly, but hopefully able to find a kill with it. Carthage now has the opportunity to press onto site. All sides converging. Spumps, spray down. Optimal and Jellyfish and Geo finding a kill, and that's going to be wraps for this round. UND falls on pistols, and that's the one thing about 9-3. Everybody says 9-3 curse that, 9-3 curse this. If you lose pistols, 9-3 just becomes so much harder. You're now 10-3. You're most likely going to lose this one going 11-3, and now you're just staring at 2 more round wins. So it's a difficult situation for UND to be in, but a great situation for Carthage.
Yes, that was an important round win, but what was even more important is I think the teamwork they showed off that on that last retake. All of them fired on the correct time. They all got there. They were able to split up the offense here and able to take over that site almost instantly.
Yeah, it's a really great play from Carthage there, and that's a little bit of a mindset shift but from what you had on defense. So it's good to get the ball rolling early as Rye's going to find the first kill with the Outlaw. He's going to TP out and now try and get back onto site. Dawson, kill on Hecht, but Rye there to trade out again. Rubster Panda will find the kill on Optimal as Carthage is trying to converge on this mid-presence from UND. Jellyfish right outside. Has to go up against a Spectre that was donated to Rye, trying to find the kill. He's going to TP out instead. Spumps on site with Rubster Panda and Locke. Carthage, a 3v3.
Spike planted.
Rye, the Outlaw, basically nullified in this situation. Chooses for the classic. Throws the TP. Decoy. Spumps. Reads it perfectly. He's going to find 2 kills. 1 on Ryan Geo. Jellyfish now with a Spectre looking to do some damage. And this is a good situation for UND to be in. They have numbers, but it's going to be up to Jellyfish to try and recover some of this missing momentum and positioning. Trying to swing. He's going to get the kill on... second kill as well. Not a lot of time.
Both low. They're both low.
And pretty much a stick. That's a bad situation to be in. Gets the half.
No,
It
doesn't
misses
get the
the
half.
Didn't even have it anyway, but Jellyfish, the effort just wasted at the end of that round, and that's difficult for Carthage to be in. You force, you're trying to be in a good situation, and UND pulls off the near impossible with the 10-4 scoreline.
It seemed as if... No, I can't even say. That was a really good play from honestly almost everyone on the field there. The field. The field, bro.
Yeah, I think the big thing was the link pressure from UND. They did a great job of getting into link, and they held it very well. Made it very difficult for Carthage to collapse on them, and now Carthage on a very weak buy. It's almost a free round for UND. But Carthage trying to be aggressive. Rye with the Sheriff. He's going to find one. Dawson peeks out. Traded out by Rye. Now Rye with a Spectre trying to be aggressive again. Has the TP, tries to pull the trigger and won't get away. Geo now with the shorty. It's him and Jellyfish last alive. Carthage had a great start to the round, but now looking at bleak odds.
Ooh, this could be a good timing.
Geo,
and that's a
good
Vandal
situation.
too.
Boom.
Can't over-aggress for it though.
Cyan there. Unfortunate. Geo not able to sneak away, and Jellyfish is going to be with a ghost. Looks like he's going to be able to find a Bulldog. Araxis, great skin. And now Carthage really, it's up to Jellyfish to find a little bit of that magic. One less enemy to deal with, but a much different situation, much different gun. Table's very shifted. And now Carthage trying to keep the pressure and really put a lot more pressure on UND. But UND is looking to continue executing.
Oh.
And there it is, Rubster Panda, the timing and the off angle sprays down Jellyfish with the Phantom.
But that's a good round for Carthage. You eliminate 3/5 of the guns, and now you are able to full buy, and they are stuck to force buy. And this is a pivotal round because if you let North Dakota win this, they are back in this game, and it is your job to find the momentum and get yourself back.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation to be in if you're UND, but you do have the behind you just that little bit of momentum from the last couple rounds, being able to execute up against Carthage on the anti-eco and on that previous round. A quick execute on B. Let's see if Carthage can hold him down. It's Geo solo holding it for now. He breaks the haunt. Gonna be dashed. Location known by the waylay. Another dog. Spumps. A lucky head tap from Geo, and he's gonna be able to TP out. Rye's gonna find a kill on Cyan as well, and Carthage is in a great situation. Now, can they collapse in on site, deny the plant, and get the defusal if it ends up getting down? Jellyfish. Right outside Dawson. Geo's going to find a kill on the backside. Dawson, back turned.
No.
He's going to find the kill, but Hecht with a trade after he's killing Rubster Panda. And Carthage able to eliminate all the opponents, looking for the defusal here. Lots of time. A great showing for them on this round.
Yeah, that was an important round to win. Unfortunate, you can't get the flawless. Obviously, it would be nice to not have to have anyone buy, but you take a round win wherever you get it. That's an important one. Every round is important, but that's a real important one because now the econ for North Dakota is completely ruined.
Yeah, it's a questionable force here out of North Dakota. Obviously, you don't want to go to match point, but you bought last round. It's so difficult to buy continuous rounds, and look at the buy you're coming out with. Two bandits, a Spectre, and 2 Phantoms.
But
Carthage
it's a lot of heavy shields, so you're hoping to get 1 or 2 picks here, and they look like they're going to go for a fast push.
Yeah, the Dimensional Drift online. Let's see if they can find a rifle from one of these Carthage opponents. Geo trying to get on site, find something. The Haunt comes out. It's going to locate him. He's going to TP out, but Dawson and Cyan trying to push quickly. The dog comes out and misses. Lock pressed up as well. Carthage. A gunfight mid. Spumps is going to drop, find the kill on Geo, but Locke will be dropped as well. But Cyan finding a kill on Optimal. Hecht swinging. Cyan gets the kill. No blind needed. And there's 2 more kills. Jellyfish and Hecht each with 1. Dawson, the bandit, new gun in Valorant this season specifically, finds the kill, but Hecht will get the trade, and Carthage is pushing us to match point.
I think that was beautiful. I think that was beautiful. You just come out there. You give up site quick. You're not obviously you're holding B for retake, as you can see with their positioning. But it matters to hit your shots. So that was just beautiful. I'm so happy here. Yeah,
you're staring here at 12-5 in that same situation that you were in before, where you just had such a weak buy, and Carthage is in the driver's seat here, looking to find the map win and the match win as well. What are the keys to success here if you're in this last final round?
Winning the round.
Oh, really? Winning the round?
I think both teams need to win this round.
Yeah,
I think it's really important that either team win this round.
Yeah, and I think those are the only outcomes we can really see here. Nothing much else, but
the game could crash.
The game could crash. Valorant could get hit with a cyber attack. But anyway, if you're Carthage, what does that do? Just makes it so they don't get to see it? I don't want Don't hit the red button. What does the red button do, Blaze?
I think that just mutes us.
Oh, the power switch.
Yeah.
So you guys won't get to see it. That'd be really mean. I hope he doesn't do that because
I want to see the end of this game because
Well,
it's going to end on this round. I'm calling it. It is this round.
Blaze, I think we'll actually get a C because isn't that connected to? Oh, we won't get a C. I'll run over there.
Actually, you will be able to see because the computer isn't connected to that anymore. Because I hit the power button too many times.
All right, Carthage now looking to find some success. They got a good read. The blind comes out. The ultimate as well, and Optimal will find first blood on Not Dawson. Pressing quickly again, the Nightfall. And Optimal's going to have 3 kills. Just a quick fight there. I wonder if somebody leaked the transcript there.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what you look at. You've just tried to take B, I think, every single attacking round.
Yeah.
And guys, B isn't working. We can't do it. What do? Okay, let's go A. Oh, they went A. No.
Yeah, I guess Carthage had the read there. That's a good situation to be in, and we're gonna look at the scoreboard here from this map specifically. Rye praising him at the in between round in between halves, and he comes out with 25 kills. That's pretty huge for him and this squad. Optimal as well with 17 kills. Jellyfish was 16, and it's just such a great showing from Carthage, from especially those top 3 players. But everybody really did their part. Hecht on initiator. Leads the lobby with 10 assists. What do you have to take away from these two maps, Blaze?
What I have to take away is that the teamwork is there. The Carthage Firebirds are so back, baby. We're 1-1 now. Positive map differential too, if you think about it. If you don't, I mean, if you're not thinking about it, we have a positive map differential.
Yeah, it's surely good.
Ooh, I'm so happy for this team. That was such a good bounce back.
It's surely gonna shoot them up the standings there. Put them on notice to the rest of the teams here. Hopefully they'll get to play some of those better teams. UND wasn't quite the match that we were hoping for, but Carthage might just be that team to beat again in Division 6 here.
Yeah, you might have just gone in not expecting to, well, we can tell they were not expecting to get rolled as hard as they were on Bind. They made sure they win the lab. They figured things out. They are now looking a lot better on every single map. Corrode was a lot more impressive. Obviously, I didn't get to watch Corrode last week, but I know it was close. But now it was a lot more definitive how good we were playing. And one of the things you want to look at is, like, can you carry over what you did this week into next week? And I don't think we did too much that was outside of the realm of we can't do this week by week.
Yeah, I think one thing that was really on point was the gunplay, and that's going to probably ebb and flow throughout the next couple of weeks. People are going to have good games. People are going to have bad games. You're going to go up against the guy that's peaking this week, and that's something that you can't carry over from week to week, is just that kind of consistency. But one thing you can carry over is that teamwork that you described, and they had it in spades this week. They were able to trade each other out. They were able to hit the sites when they needed to, and that's the keys to success that you can carry over from week to week.
Yeah, our timing was great. We were holding good crosses. Like, there were so many team aspects that we just noticed by just watching that even the communication, we could see the communication was way better than not anything we've ever seen out of them, but it was way better than maybe we had last week. I was really impressed by our Firebirds this week, and it just makes me so happy. I'm so happy.
Yeah, if we look back at the last couple of weeks, we had the placement games, and they just got their socks rocked. It was not a great showing. They went 0-2 on the night, and then they go into that first week. They go a dogfight to the end after such a terrible map on Bind.
We're dogging on them right now.
But then
such a terrible Bind.
But they come out this week, have a great showing on Bind, and you knew you were going to step up a division. You were going to have some better competition, but they were able to rise to the occasion this week, and we're hoping that they're able to keep building on that for the next couple of weeks. We saw some great play out of all of them. Specifically, we've been praising Rye, and we'll be able to get to a interview in just a moment. Correct? Yeah, it'll be just a moment. We'll be back. All right, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us during that little brief intermission. I'm joined here with the star player from this week, Rye Renden.
Say Rye.
Okay, I'll call him Rye for the entire thing. But Rye, second year in the program. Last year was a great showing. What do you have to take from that entire experience last year? What do you have to say about what happened?
Well, I remember last year we were like very good at teamwork. Then started this year, we lost a very good player of ours, Jawa. He was amazing. But then we also had Charlie come in here. Great IGL. Like honestly, he's just shot calling every round out here. Checking the map. One round actually, he said, "Oh, I didn't even notice I was gonna get that kill because he was just holding the map the whole time."
Yeah, so you're saying that there's a lot of differences between this roster, specifically Jawa being traded out for Optimal, and I've been sitting here thinking he's gonna be a big difference maker, that he's gonna be the big IGL, and you just confirmed that here. Out of the other players, though, do you think that anybody else has really risen to the occasion out of your teammates?
Oh, I think Maddie's done a lot, very good lately. She's been like, especially always that clutch. She always clutches those, especially that last round. Just was it like 0.3 seconds, and we won it. Amazing. Yeah, especially the first half on Bind, she did really well.
Yeah, that's really great to see. You want to see the entire team firing on cylinder. So we brought you in here for the interview because we wanted to get some insight into what happened last week, because it just wasn't the Firebirds that we knew, and you just had a terrible map on Bind. What really happened there?
It was only like 2-13.
Yeah, I mean, you need 13 to win, and you got 2.
Hey, I'm just gonna say it was a bad team comp. That's all. We weren't
Okay.
ready. Bad team comp. That's why you saw us win the second map there. That's why we switched out the Rays for a Waylay instead this time. You can see Geo cooking with that Waylay also.
Yeah, Waylay's definitely going to have a big impact this season. I think we're going to see it at least probably in every single map. We see it in pro play a lot, but it's really great to see you guys bounce back this week on Bind. That's a great map for you guys. You guys came out on top in both of the maps today. Corrode as well, avenging both of the maps from last week. And what do you have to say about what made that so successful for you guys as a team?
I think we just finally learned actually how to play the map, most of all. You see me and Geo doing a lot with the showers push, where I just jump out TP, distract them. Especially that first round, Geo got an easy kill on that chamber, I believe. Just a lot more teamwork, a lot more understanding the map. That's really the simple of it.
Yeah, and you guys are really great players. We've seen some great plays out of you guys, some great clutches. What do you have to say about that high of finding that clutch, being that person in that situation, or your teammates are in that situation that come through? And then what about like when you're in that situation where you got the 3v1? There was a time on Bind where Brim clutched up a 3v1. What do you like? How do you get into that next round? You're staring at the buy screen and it's just like, oh, we were so close. How do you like overcome that, mentally speaking?
I think we just reset, think, that's just a 1 in 100 chance. Not going to happen again. And as you can see, didn't happen again, and we just won out the round.
And so what do you have to say to contrast when you guys are in that situation, when you need to come up with that 1v3? What are you telling yourself? What are you thinking in your head?
I think it's mostly just trust our teammates, trust the calls that we know, let that adrenaline flow, and just hit our shots.
Yeah, and you guys have been pretty good at it, and we're excited to see you guys keep going. What do you have to say to the people back home that are watching so closely?
Be prepared for next game.
Yeah, who do we know who we have, Adam? We'll get that in just a moment. But Rye, thank you so much for coming out. It was a joy to watch you guys today. We've got lots of action coming up this week, but next week Valorant will be going up against. we'll get that in just a moment.
Let's talk about that Yoru.
About you on Yoru?
Yes, that
Yeah.
new Yoru switch.
Last year, playing a lot of different roles, basically a flex. But this year, solo Yoru for all 5 maps.
That's only for these so far maps. On
Okay.
Breeze, you'll see me play in a chamber instead.
Okay. All right. So what do you have to say about playing Yoru in those situations? What do you think about Yoru's kit? What do you think about the recent nerfs with not being able to use the stuff inside the dimensional drift? What's it like playing an enemy Yoru? What do you have to say about Yoru in general?
I just like the trickster persona, just send a TP across, fake it, they look at it, peek out, get a shot. That happened last game on that Abyss, but unluckily I got head glitch killed.
Yeah, so we like seeing you on that, so it's going to be good to see you guys in the next coming weeks. We just heard they're going to be going up against Cornell College the next week on Monday night, but we've got other action. League of Legends going to be on I don't know what it is. On Wednesdays? What day is tomorrow? Are you guys streamed? Okay. All right, stay tuned because WEC Overwatch, we'll see some results on the Instagram there for them. looking to have a repeat season, right? Last year came out as the state champions. Okay, Adam just is not helpful at all. The state champions last week. They're going to be on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we're going to get to see D1 Rocket League playing off again. They had a rough week last week against St. Clair Saints, but the other two teams ended up coming out on top. Then League of Legends on Thursday, and then Friday, Overwatch. That won't be streamed as well, but League of Legends be here on Thursday for that. Make sure to reach out to us if you want to get recruited, but make sure to follow us on all of our socials to stay tuned on what's happening. We've got probably some charity streams in the works for the future, but more than that, these continual NECC matches every week. I've been Hustle. Blaze was with us earlier. This is Rye, the star player from this week. We will be back in the next coming weeks and on Tuesday for some more action. Thank you, guys. Wednesday? Dude, you're messing me up by saying WEC.
L-Coms.
The next stream is on Wednesday for Rocket League.